When you get to this point where you realize that the old paradigm really doesn't work now, right? Despite all your efforts and all your just following the instructions of YouTube videos that say, you know, do X, Y, Z and follow these instructions and you'll be rich. And when you know about frequency and vibration, it only works if you're truly inspired to do those things. And it's coming from a place of joy and not from a place of trying to get an outcome. And so that's the tricky thing about stepping into this new paradigm of new earth thinking, is that you have to give all that up and you have to rely solely on your ability to manage your frequency. Okay. Hey guys. I have an entirely new setup that is in the process right now. I have a microphone I'm gonna set up, which I don't have set up yet because I'm waiting for one more piece so that I can like have it hanging right here and like have the boom shock mount stand thing like clipped to the desk. I don't know if it's gonna work because this desk is like really, it's like that thick. So I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's gonna be here in a couple days. Today I got the light. I got one of those ring lights. I haven't been on here for a while. I haven't been feeling called to create content yet in 2026 until like this week. And so I started ordering all these things. The background's dark, my face is lit up. If I show you a card, then you can see it, like it's lit up. I've just been shedding the last layers of 2025 of the year of the snake, which the year of the snake enabled me to do. And there was just some leftover still in January that just had to go. And you know, like the real new year, people say, isn't until the Chinese New Year, which is in February, I think. And that's actually like the real new year, which makes sense, right? Because that's like going into spring. And spring is the time of renewal. And like our new year in the Western world is January 1st. And it's like right in the middle of winter. So it's not like, it's not right in the middle of winter, but it's like, it's not close to the end of winter. You know, it's like literally right after the start of winter. So there's nothing being reborn really at that time. I mean, this is all arbitrary because we're limitless creators. We assign meaning based on whatever we assign meaning to things, right? But if we're going to talk about like what's been established by the minds of the collective in different parts of the world, then it's interesting to note that the American New Year, of course, is like all wrong. And then the Chinese New Year is like actually closer to spring. It's like right before spring starts. I don't remember like when the exact date of like the start of spring is. You know, the calendar and like days of the week, holidays, it's not my thing. Not my thing, guys. I feel that we are timeless and I don't feel like time or space is real. It's just how we organize things as humans so that we can actually focus in this 3D physical reality, right? Sorry, I just had to fix my hair. So yeah, it's just how we focus, like with our 3D minds. But the further you go on your awakening, you realize that it's all arbitrary because which just means that like the meaning is just whatever you make it. It can be anything. That's why like even scientific theory, the scientific method, I should say, like creating experiments that hypothesize an outcome, they predict an outcome, even what those prove, no matter how many sets of data you have or how many trials you do and how much variety you have in your like all of the factors involved in your study, the human observation of the study is going to have an effect on it, and it's actually going to have the most effect of anything, because that's what this reality is. It's thought, frequency, and those things, those frequencies are what, over time, with momentum of the focused frequency over time, right? It eventually solidifies and it manifests in the physical reality. So when we create experiments, and I have a degree in science, so like I did a bunch of this, right? And I did enough of it to realize that we're just creating outcomes with the scientific method, with our hypothesis. So science is kind of arbitrary too, right? Like, what are we proving? The only thing we're really proving is that you can't really prove anything, because this reality is always changing and conforming to our expectations, our beliefs, our frequency, the energy signal that we are emitting into the field. Okay, right? So it's all arbitrary. So days of the week, holidays, there's like a feather floating. Holidays, it's all arbitrary. If you work a job, like a normal job, or you have any sort of obligations, time-wise, places you have to be, or places you have to take your kids, or times you have to meet people on Zoom or in person or whatever. Sorry, I just keep like snapping this box. If you're one of those people, which is most of us, I try to be completely time obligation free, because it doesn't work for me. I have to be in complete flow. And I could just go on and on about this, you guys. Like, there's just so much I could say about all of this. Like, but that's for a different video. Because today, and like, I'm sorry if I have to yell. I don't have a microphone right now. I mean, I do have this microphone, 𝒂𝓊𝓅𝓅𝓇𝓉 microphone, and I got this wind filter, pop filter for it, and I got this shock mount for it. I finally found one that fits it, which is like, was really hard to find. One that fits the AT2020, weirdly enough. Not even on their website. They don't even have one. So I don't have it set up because I don't have a stand for it yet. So that's my story of why the sound is not perfect, but I have a nice new iPhone 17 Pro, so the microphone on that might be decent enough. Sorry, it's like when I wear makeup, it itches my nose, so I think I need to get some different foundation. I haven't been a makeup wearer all that much in the last like 10 years, so, but with the video making, it's like kind of fun to just like put it on, because it just looks good on the camera. So yeah, I have the Grateful Dead tarot here. I'm sorry, this is backwards too. It's reversed, it's mirrored, so you can't read the words, but this is the book. This is a really special deck, and it's also really special right now because some of you, if any of you follow the dead, or have followed the dead, or followed Dead and Company, you might be aware that Bob Weir just passed away like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So Bobby, let's bring in some of these Bobby vibes because he's now with all of us in the ethers, in this etheric field. He is one with source. He's on a new adventure, and we're already getting this card here. 4 of Roses, and I pulled it in reverse. Remember what roses are in this deck? Are they cups? Since I pulled it in reverse and it's like a skull with roses, this is what it looks like, not in reverse. I feel like that's a message from Bobby that like he's not deteriorating and like rotting away. He's like just the opposite. He's one with source. He's one with life. And that's what this experience is, that we are. Okay, so bears is family, the suits in this deck. Bolts, we got bears, skulls. So the actual meaning because the roses are like cups, so it's like emotion, spirituality, like our feelings, our intuition. I always think of roses as emotion, or sorry, cups. I always think of cups, which is in this deck, it's roses, as emotion. Yeah, see, it's like the suit of roses element is water. It's feminine, yin, planets, the moon, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, water signs. Of healing, spirituality, relationship, emotions, feelings, intuition, like I said, attunement, empathy. So this is all feeling stuff. And that's what cups is in the tarot, in the traditional tarot. So negative associations, isolation, irrationality, illusions, fantasies, repression, depression, disconnection, creative blocks, escapism. So the 4 of Roses in reversed is saying restlessness, risk, re-entry. So the key theme for this is you're re-entering the world right now. This card's definitely for me too. It's as though you've just awakened from a dream. And this is specifically for the 4 of Roses in reverse. You may be feeling a little disoriented or awkward as you get back up to speed and your senses come back to life. Be gentle with yourself as you rejoin the activities of the world. Another possibility is that you may be feeling restless to begin an activity, but need to be patient as the world catches up. So this could be about you. Maybe you're like me, where you've just been like this first month of the year, you've just been like recuperating and like trying to find your bearings, right? Like, and shedding more. Like, I've pretty much been sick since the first of the year, and it's because of some choices I've been making, and which is fine. It's all part of the process. And I know that those choices were necessary because they were inspired in the moment, in a very strong way. So it's interesting how that works, and like how life teaches us through calling us towards things that don't necessarily serve us or don't serve our highest version of ourselves. The version of ourselves that we're being called towards, the version that we're trying to step into, the next version of us. It might be just an identity you're trying to achieve, and like you're being called towards. And there's things that don't align with that, right? That sometimes we cling on to. And it's always all in perfect timing. So never be hard on yourself, because you do have this rose to look forward to. That is this rose at the top here. And then like there's these 3 roses down here that are like wilting in the water, right? And the skull represents death. So you're re-emerging. You might be like me, where you're re-emerging into this new year, and you're not quite you're not quite in you're not like hitting the ground running by any means, right? You're just like, it's like what Courtney said in her video the other day. Her channel's called the 𝒕𝓊𝓅𝓅𝓇𝓉 channel. She was like, I have this vision of like, she's like, it's like a kitten. It's like a kitten, like this tiny kitten that was just born. And it's like going out into this new world, and it doesn't even have its eyes open. And it's just like in this new paradigm, and it's just like feeling around with its feelings, like with no vision. And like, it resonated so much because I was like, that's what's happening to me. Because when you achieve deeper and deeper levels of this realization of just awareness, I should say not realization, but like just deeper levels of awareness of your states of being, then you get to this point where you realize like it's all about feeling, and it's not about the mental, it's not about planning and like strategizing with the mind. It's about tuning your frequency within yourself to your higher self, or your inner being, or your soul, the truth of you, which is light, which is love and pure positive energy, infinite intelligence. It is intelligent, but you tap into it through your feeling states. And so like when you get to this level where you just realize that, I mean, for me, it took years of like trying to go back to the old way, where you're like, okay, this manifestation stuff is great, but like I'm now like losing control of my frequency because I'm not good at this, and I just started learning it, and it's okay, and it's like, this is the beginning of it, but it's like I just got on the bicycle and I was like doing really good, and then I fell off, and now I don't know, maybe some of you guys can relate to this, but like, and then you're like, and then you fall off, right? And then you're like trying to do all the old ways of being and like doing and forcing action to like make something happen, because you're like, it's like you go from like manifesting all of this money and things, and like it's easy and it's effortless. Manifestation at that level doesn't take forced action. It just takes alignment of your frequency. And I know this from experience, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate and know this too, but I fall off the bicycle, and then, so to speak, as an analogy, like you get good at manifesting, you get good at feeling good, and then you attract all these things you want, and then all of a sudden you attract something that makes you fall off again. Like it makes you lose control of your emotions and your feelings and your vibration. And so then you're like, oh no, I am not manifest. And then it's like, you don't have an income, or you don't have, you know, certain things you need to like survive or like live the thriving life you were living before. And so you freak out and you start trying to make things happen with your action, but you're coming from a place of urgency, and you're coming from a place of a lower frequency, and it's an old paradigm that you're coming from, that you're trying to fall back on, but it doesn't work because, and you might have high hopes that it's going to work, but the reality of the way that this universe works as applied to this situation is that it's not gonna work anymore, because you know now, you know deep down, you've learned about this universe and you've learned about vibration. And so you know that forced action from a low vibration is not gonna deliver any results. And when you know that that's not gonna deliver any results, the results are not even allowed to manifest. The only reason that paradigm worked for us for so long is because we believed that that was the way. But it never really, really worked for grandiose, like, creation, right? It worked for mediocre creation. Because who wants to be living a life where they're like struggling? Because you have to keep showing up in whatever frequency that you're showing up in when you're creating something, right? Like you have to keep showing up. That was one of the biggest things that I learned through that experience of trying to go back to the old paradigm, was that I had to keep like drinking coffee and forcing myself to take this action and take these action steps to like try to make this thing happen. But it never felt, I'm talking about multiple different like businesses I tried to start, by the way, multiple different projects, like Etsy shop, drop shipping store, multiple drop shipping stores, which like I made sales and all of these things, but it was never, it was like the amount of work I was putting in and the amount of effort and struggle. It wasn't like that struggly, but it was like a lot of effort, a lot of focus, and a lot of like critical, like logical thinking and trying to put things into place and follow instructions and do this and this and this, X, Y, Z, right? And it'll get you this result. And like, it's not going to get you the result once you have already tapped into the 5D paradigm, the new earth paradigm of knowing that it's frequency, because you have to be in the frequency of allowing. Like you have to be in the frequency of abundance to manifest that, right? And so if you're in the frequency of sacrifice and struggle and urgency, you're never gonna, the mirror of the reality is never gonna reflect effortless ease, abundance, fulfillment, joy, and like ultimate freedom and sovereignty. Yeah. So when you get to this point where you go through that and you realize that the old paradigm really, really, really doesn't work now, right? Despite all your efforts and all your, and following the instructions of the YouTube videos that say, you know, do X, Y, Z and follow these instructions and you'll be rich. Passive income. It's like, that seems like it's going to work. But then when you know about frequency and vibration, it only works if you're actually truly inspired to do those things. And it's coming from a place of joy and not from a place of trying to get an outcome. And so that's the tricky thing about stepping into this new paradigm of new earth thinking, is that you have to give all that up, and you have to rely solely on your ability to manage your frequency. And if you have been at this for a while, like I have, you'll find that it's really hard to constantly be managing your frequency. And so there you have to find another way. And that's what I just learned recently through Courtney's iconic, I know I keep talking about her channel. They've helped me a lot on this last part of my journey. And they did this whole transmission called Iconic, and it's channeled, and I can see if I can try to get a link. Oh yeah, I'll just put a link in the description. Yeah, I don't think they do an affiliate program yet or anything, but I'll just put a link in the description to Iconic, because it's just crazy good. And it basically trains your vibration into coherence, and it takes you into this paradigm where you don't have to continue managing your vibration in every moment. You just learn how to go within yourself, and you learn how to bring your awareness into your heart space and allow the rest of your body and the rest of your energetic field to align with the frequency of your heart. You allow your entire being to harmonize with your heart. It's super powerful. It's crazy powerful. I mean, words can't even explain like how much this helped me like come into this new place within myself, where like I haven't even been able, like I said, I haven't even like recorded anything, because I've been like the kitten with the eyes closed, like just feeling my way, like going based off of feeling only. And like when you're going based off of feeling only and not like what I should do, what makes sense to do, then it's interesting to see like what you're actually guided to do and what you're guided not, and what you're not guided to do. Something you might have been excited about for the last month, even like a brand new thing that you've been excited about might not call you when you're actually honest with like how you're feeling about it. Interesting, huh? But the whole idea of the 5D New Earth paradigm is that like you're forced basically through your spiritual awakening journey, and like if you're watching this and you're made it this far into the video, you're obviously up to speed with like where I'm at, to the point where you can even comprehend what I'm saying, right? So the whole idea, right, is like you get to this point through the trials and tribulations of your spiritual awakening that you realize that you have to trust in the unknown, and you have to trust in source, and you have to trust in well-being, and you have to adapt this paradigm of like, I know how this works. I know how it works. You come to this realization, like you're like, I know how this works. And I know it so much now that like the reality is mirroring it back to me through messages, through videos, through online communities that resonate with where I'm at on my journey, which is like crazy to even think that that'd be possible, since it gets so deep and so like more and more etheric and less explainable and less teachable, and you know so it's incredible when you actually like are that far on your journey, and then like you still get people mirroring back to you, like people show up that are like at the same place you are on your journey. It's crazy. It's like, whoa, you're experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing? This is nuts. Didn't think anyone else in the whole world was experiencing this. Sometimes it feels that way, right? So, yeah. So trusting in the unknown is such a big thing. And as we're emerging into 2026 right now, and we're leaving behind these roses that are just done, right? They already, like, they served their purpose. They lived just like this one did. And now they're wilting in the water. They're falling away. They're falling by the wayside. It's like those last layers of the snake from 2025, right? It's those last layers being left behind. And you might have been experiencing this physically. Like you might, like me, you might have been sick for the last month, basically since the first of the year I've been sick. And feeling better now, but finally. This is what you're feeling is coming. And like you can feel it. It's already here, right? This new life. This new, what is it? It's just this new energy you're stepping into. It's this new energy of you. Yeah. And like you had to go through death. You had to go through ego death after ego death. You had to shed paradigms and shatter paradigms and rethink everything over and over again, right? But only to grow this new flower. And the reason we have this in reverse is because you're still coming out of that shedding. And so maybe this is what you needed to hear today, so that you don't have to feel like you're doing something wrong, right? Like you're still, like you're behind schedule or something because it's the new year and you haven't committed to your new dream life or your new career or whatever. I don't know what it is for you, but just like I haven't been making YouTube videos all yet. This is the first one of 2026. Hey. Confirmation burp. I don't know what that was a confirmation of, but confirmation that we're back, and like this energy is coming. So, and it's here, and like we're stepping into it now, right? So let's see what else we got here. I love the Grateful Dead Tarot. This was a gift from my partner to me for, I think it was like for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. One of those two. I think it was for my birthday a few years ago. It's just the coolest. They only made a certain number of them. Ooh. We got another 4, you guys. This one was not in reverse. Those came up straight up, upright. We got the 4 of bears. There's 4 bears there. 4 is usually a number of abundance for me and security, like financial security, life, family. Let's see what the 4 of bears is saying, because I'm pretty sure bears is equivalent to pentacles. 4 of bears. Materialism, possessiveness, scarcity. Unimpressed, a skeleton figure holds 4 energetic bears in its arms. The sun and moon reveal the passage of time. Fear of losing what you have is causing you to hold on too tightly. Fear of instability is creating difficulties. Let go of a scarcity mindset. Remember what makes you happy. Learn to have faith in the universe. So money seems to be on your mind lately. It's all you can think about. That's what it says. It takes up your mental space, impacts your emotions, and defines your decisions. Dollar signs shine like diamonds in your eyes, and others see how desperate and miserably you become. Take it only, take that with a grain of salt, right? When the 4 of bears appears, it reveals that you are stuck in a scarcity mindset. Instead of letting abundance flow, you're restricting it, attempting to possess it, or fear it might leave you. Yet it seems that the more you accumulate, the more you need. So this is just obviously saying that you need to focus on other things right now, because the money might not be flowing at this time. And the more you focus on it from that place of holding on to it and like obsessing over it, it's not allowing it to flow to you. And so this just ties right into what I was just talking about with the 5D mindset, where you have to trust the unknown. And you have to trust that when you follow what feels in alignment, in vibrational coherence within yourself, then that's what's going to bring you everything you need. And like, Source is always calling us to do this in a way where we're actually going after it because of the feeling of alignment with Source, right? We're not like going after it, which a lot of us do this, but it doesn't really work, right? Where you go about it in a way where you're like, okay, I'll get feeling good so that I can attract money. It just doesn't really work, because then you're so focused on like the not having money that you're just continuing to hold it away from you. The easiest way I found to attract money is to take it out of the equation completely and just focus on enjoying your life to the max. And not enjoying it in a way where you're like, I mean, unless this is what you enjoy. I'm not saying like you have to like go do all your bucket list items and jump off buildings and out of helicopters and I don't know, go ziplining and whatever. I'm saying just do what feels good to you all day, every day, as much as possible, and enjoy your life as much as possible, right? Like, sorry, I just got a text. It distracted me. Like when I was practicing this and I got really good at this, and this is what I'm realigning with right now, is it's very relaxed. It's a state of ease. And you wake up and you deliberately tap into the feeling of ease. And you just carry that through your day. And you just like, if you want to go on a walk, go on a walk. If you want to start your day doing yoga or working out, which is like helpful for some of us, followed by meditation is like really helpful to start your day if that works for you. Whatever it is for you, like don't do it because you feel like you should do it. And that's the whole trick here, is with like surrendering into this new paradigm, is that you have to do things for you, and you have to do things just like for the sake of that they feel good to do. Like literally, like just choose it because it feels fun. Just choose it because it feels exciting. Just choose it because it feels easy. Just choose it because it feels interesting. Just choose it because it feels fulfilling. Just choose it because it feels like it's gonna feel good in your body when you do it. Just choose it because it feels like it brings you joy. Just choose it because it feels like it's gonna be fun. I think I might have said that already, but you get what I'm saying? Don't choose because you feel like you should. Don't choose because you're obligated to someone else. Don't choose. And like, if you have kids, this is the best lesson you can teach them. Like, it's the best example you can be for them, is to be someone who's sovereign and who doesn't abandon themselves. Someone who makes themselves non-negotiable. You know? I know it's tough when you have obligations and stuff, but the more that you really tune into the truth of how you're feeling in every moment and what you're being truly guided to do, and you realize that it's the only way in these higher frequencies, then like it'll just work out. Things just work out. They just do. They just do. And you can even like say that to yourself. Everything's always working out for me. I can't, that's such a touchy subject. I don't even like going there because I don't have my own kids. So I can't really speak on that subject, right? Because I know it's like, it's gotta be, I mean, if you're taking your kids to school, I mean, I personally would not ever put my kids in public school if I had kids. No way. No way. I'm not going to let them be brainwashed by the system, by the old paradigm, and then have to unlearn that. Unless it's what felt like inspired to do, because then maybe that's what their soul wanted. Maybe that's how their soul wanted to learn, you know? Maybe their soul wanted to get led astray and then find their way back, or maybe their soul wanted them to be in that environment so that they could be a shining light in that environment, which is much needed, I'm sure, you know? So who knows? It's impossible to know. So you just have to follow. That's why you just have to follow what resonates with you in each moment, because you can't follow what resonates with someone else. And like I said, it's like the best lesson you can teach anyone is just to be that example of someone who chooses them, because it's really rare that anybody in this world is doing that. And you have to just know that by choosing you, you're being of service to the entire collective, not only because you're a living example of where we're headed, the kind of living that we're headed into. You're not only a living example of someone who's in their power and who's living in this way of trusting in the unknown and trusting in the frequency that is guiding you. Not only are you being an example of that, but you're also going to then step into your gifts and the ways that you do serve humanity. And you're going to be in your alignment when you're choosing what feels good to you. You're going to be in your alignment with your source, with your truth. And when you're in alignment with your truth, then you are emanating a frequency that is pure love and light. And the collective is going to benefit from that, whether it's because you're just in a state of joy in your house by yourself, like creating art, or whether it's because you're sharing that art, or whether it's because you're speaking about truth, or whether it's because you're creating music or leading, I don't know. There's so many things. Like, there's just infinite. The gifts that we're given as a collective, like, it's a very big variety of gifts. And so when you follow what feels good in each moment, you tap into those gifts. And it might be things you didn't even know were a thing for you, because you never, like, until this point, let yourself be in that aligned frequency for long enough to allow source to create through you, right? And that's like the whole thing, is like source is going to create through anyone who's in presence and resonance long enough for them to actually create through you, right? So if you can just choose, if you can just like know that, all of that I just said, like, then it makes it easier to choose yourself, and it makes it easier to choose what feels good. And when I say, that's what I mean when I say choose yourself, I'm not saying like to like put other people down or like take from other people. I'm just saying, like, truly just choose in each moment what feels true for you and what feels resonant with you, and just watch what kind of magic unfolds from there. Because I've been doing this pretty much my whole life since college. Like, after college, I was like, I don't want any obligations, or I don't want to be obligated or committed to anything as far as time and like going somewhere. I mean, I continued working jobs after that, but like for a little while, and then boom, like a new life manifested for me where I didn't have to work a normal job. And like, this is how it happens. And then like I did have to go back to working an hourly job at one point, because I fell off the bicycle. I wasn't good at managing my vibration enough, and like I'm still learning to master that now. And it's just, it's such a process, right? For all of us, it's such a process. Well, maybe not for all of us. Some of us are just born positive, and like those people don't even have to wake up. They can just walk blindly through their lives and manifest all kinds of stuff that they like, but their limiting beliefs are still going to be there, and that's going to disable them from really, really living a fulfilling life, right? A fulfilling life meaning completely sovereign, completely free of time, and completely abundant without effort. Abundant with money without effort. So this is fun. I like drawing cards. I'm going to draw one from this 𝒑𝓊𝓅𝓅𝓇𝓉. It's so good. This one, this is the book, but it's so pretty. I'm not very good at shuffling cards, and I'm not a tarot reader at all. I mean, I am for myself, but oh wow, second time I pulled the solar plexus card. Wow. I pulled this earlier on my first take of this video. I don't know if we'll see if I add that to this or not, but anyways, solar plexus. So this is about you and your sovereignty. This is about you. You might be stepping into a more confident version of yourself, a stronger, emotionally stronger version of yourself. Maybe this is your the point, the chakra in your body, that's the energy center that's actually like really, really coming into healing right now. Or maybe it still needs some healing. These are questions you can ask yourself. I feel that this is a beautiful card, first of all. I love the violet and the gold. I've been on a violet flame kick for the last week or so. I did one of Daniel Scranton's, he channels Saint Germain and all kinds of other ascended masters and groups, but like he did a violet flame healing thing the other day. It was really good. So let's see, this is number 4. Oh my God, you guys. Number 4. We literally, oh shit. We literally have 3 4s. Wait, oh. I only have 2 hands, but we have 3 4s. Four. Oh my god, I can't. I'm so bad at this, you guys. Okay. I shouldn't say that because I'm a manifester. I shouldn't say that stuff. Words are spells. Okay. So we have a 4 of roses. We have the 4 of bears. Stop clinging on to money. Just like focus on what feels good. This one's like you're reemerging into a new energy. Focus on what feels good. And then we have solar plexus. Interesting. I love that it's a 4. That is 444, guys. Fucking A. 444. And so like when you step into your empowerment, this frequency of empowerment and confidence, then like this money that you're gonna stop clinging to so hard, right? That's gonna come. And then like this version of you, this rose, this blooming vital rose is like, it's all merging together, you guys, right? Oh my god, I love this. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god. Okay, I'm such a dork, but yeah. Oh my god, and I just turned to, oh shit, this is so cool. Okay, I literally, when I opened the book, I like turned it to this, number 44, Shine Your Light. Oh my god. Can't make it up, y'all. Can't make it up. Okay. Yeah, radiant illumination, solar plexus. Ooh! Radiant illumination. Personal power, independence, self-discipline, which I don't really like that word. Confidence. I think in this context of the 5D, self-discipline is just like you being disciplined enough within your states of awareness to stay in coherence. Stay in coherence with your source. Decision-making, belief, assertiveness. Ooh, yeah, assertiveness. Intellectual abilities, expression of will, bringing ideas into reality. This is manifestation. This is your ability to manifest. Ooh. Okay. The solar plexus chakra is the radiant center of our being. It holds the vibrant spark that brings our passions to life. I'm like, should I hold the card while I read it? I don't know how people do it. It holds the vibrant spark that brings our passions to life. Yes. Enter this space to step away from playing small, unworthiness, the idea that you are taking up space and insecurity-based competitiveness. Allow yourself to be attuned to the abundant life force that resides within this center and be energized, motivated, fueled with inspiration, enthused, and clear-minded so you can bring forth more of yourself and what you wish to birth in the world. As you discover a deep and real sense of self-empowerment, you can more confidently lift others in celebration. What did I say? When you serve yourself, you serve others. Harmonizing differences and shifting hierarchical paradigms into collective co-creation. So this is like, I believe it's like right above your belly button. And another thing I'm receiving right now from Source about this is that they're telling me to encourage you to like do a meditation every day where you actually go, you close your eyes, and this is what we did in Iconic, and this is one of the 0 points that zero guided us to. It was this right here. Well, that's where it was for me. It could be like different places, but it's really still right there. If you close your eyes and you bring your awareness down your throat, into your chest, and like into your body, like stop where it feels still. And for me, it's the solar plexus, or it's just above the navel. It's like between the belly button and the ribs and like up a little bit. It's like right below the chest area. Like right here. So, yes, that makes sense. Okay, so because what they're saying is that all of this, like this new energy that you're blossoming into, and like the abundance that you've been seeking, it comes from this coherence that I've been talking about, and they're wanting you to tap into your solar plexus area and like actually bring your awareness into this cavity of your body and like set a timer, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, be in silence and just breathe and just be inside. Let your present awareness rest in this space inside of you. Because what happens when you do that is you get out of your mind and you come into stillness. And that stillness brings your entire body into coherence. Here's my doggy. He likes to sleep under the bed, and he just came up onto the bed, which is cool. So 444 with the numbers just confirms, like literally just confirms like that this is the what do the kids say these days? This is the sauce. I don't know. I don't know what the kids say these days. I don't know what they say anymore. I have stepkids, but you know, they're only here a couple days a week, and I get, sometimes I just feel like they're speaking a totally foreign language, so I just, my partner and I are always like, just so amused by like the things they say. It's so awesome. They're awesome. So that generation is just so cool. They're so like open-minded and like smart and like, yeah. So anyways, we got 444s and like, so yeah, this is the bee's knees here. Because the 444 just is confirmation that this is being interpreted correctly, and like that this is like, these were the correct cards to pull, right? I mean, I randomly chose 3 4s. And 444 is truly abundance and like financial abundance specifically. In my experience, that's what 444 represents. So, yeah, so, I mean, I think that pretty much says it all right there. It's like this is the tool that's gonna help you. That's the tool that's gonna help you like settle into this frequency of this new life force within you. And if you're not feeling it yet and you're still tired and you're still resting a lot, it's okay. Just know that, just keep listening to your body. Keep resting. Keep resting as much as you can. Don't judge yourself ever, especially for wanting to rest. Just listen to your body and just rest. Okay? Especially if you are a human design type called the projector, which is what I am. And like, you need to just rest a lot sometimes, and that's okay. But this is your tool, okay? Tuning into your solar plexus is going to be your tool for coherence, for achieving coherence within yourself, so that you can then manifest abundance. And so that you can step into this new flower that's blooming, that's you. This is such a beautiful reading. I can't even believe, I've never even done a tarot reading before. This is crazy. I mean, I've done it for myself lots, but like all the time, but like, we got the wolf. I just want to show you that because it was on the bottom of the deck. But yeah, so I don't know if that means something to someone. I'm not going to look up the chapter on it, but was that a 4 too? That'd be crazy. That'd be so crazy. I didn't look at it. But yeah. Should I pull another card? Anyways, I was saying I've never done a tarot reading or a card pulled reading, like really, except that one video I made where I pulled like 1 card or 2 cards. This is way cool. Super fun. This is like how Source surprises and delights us, right? By trusting in the unknown, and by trusting in ordering a ring light, and by trusting in setting up my whole thing over on the desk, and like by trusting, like to keep my hiking to myself for like personal time, and to, because I was making videos before while I'm hiking and I'm just talking and hiking, but like I like this better. I like this designated area. I'm feeling called to not pull from the Grateful Dead deck. I'm feeling called to, actually, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's the reading. I mean, I could pull one more from here. Oh, there. It just came out. It just flew out. Okay, interesting. Interesting. This is fun. This is just confirmation right here of what I was just saying about like the card pulling being a magical thing here. So this card says, it's number 21, and it says communication, co-creation. Fucking sweet. Look at this. Magic. This is magic. This is like what happens when you share your gifts, because you're choosing you and you're choosing coherence. And is that the solar plexus? Oh my God. That's like the world is in the solar plexus of that being. Okay. Okay. I like it. This is so cool. So literally we have the solar plexus chakra with the world. And this is energy, right? This is source energy, literally. Like, so this is your power center, and this is where the world, the collective, the all resides within you, right? So yeah, that's crazy. These are solar plexus card, which is such a beautiful illustration, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then we have, and then I was talking about tapping into that 0 point within you, because that's where the stillness is. And you'll find that when you do that exercise, that meditation exercise I just told you to do, like, you'll notice it is still right there. And so you have the whole world inside of you. This is almost like, it's almost like drawing the world card, but with this other element of co-creation with other beings. It's like just confirming what I was saying about sharing your gifts. When you tap into the coherence, right? When you tap into that coherence, you're going to become this flower, this energy of life, of this very alive you that's full of this life force energy. And it's going to allow you to, I'm just interpreting this, like, I'm just trying to put words to it. It's like, it's allowing you to uplift others. It's allowing you to like heal others even through this power center. So when you tap into your solar plexus and you tap into it as a 0 point, and you allow that to be a tool for you for coherence of your frequency, then that's when you allow source, the energy of source, life force, pure positive life force energy, to literally be channeled through you. And it's going to go out to others. And it literally, like, so I'm interpreting this as like, this is uplifting the collective. It's having an effect on the world, literally, on the earth. I'm just trying to zoom into that little world. Yeah, that is totally a little world. Yep. And then it's like these beings on either side of you here are just, I see this as like, these are souls. These are just representations of, this is you, and these are other souls, right? That are benefiting from you tuning into your own coherence. Yeah. It's so magical. I love it. I love it. And then like that ignites a light inside of them, right? So what did I say? You know, when you find that alignment within yourself, then it serves the whole, right? It serves the whole. This is so beautiful. I love that. I love that. Communication, co-creation. And like it also, oh yeah, what I was gonna say before is that it's also confirming just like the magic of this reading and how I definitely want to do more of these videos, because I mean, this like the 𝒶𝓊𝓅𝓅 thing, it's funny I keep like showing it. I don't know if I need to keep showing it, but the 𝒶𝓊𝓅𝓅 thing is like so magical to me. And I just love how this whole message just flowed so effortlessly and like in a way that is making sense to like our human logical minds too, right? Fucking awesome. So beautiful. So beautiful. Don't hold so tightly onto the bears, those bears, right? Onto money, the idea of money. Let that go. Tune in to your joy and tune into coherence. Yeah. All right, guys, I think that's it. God, I just love this. It's so good. So, yeah, I'll definitely be doing more of these because that was magical. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you have not. And if this resonates, which if you made it this far in the video, I'm sure that it did. So I hope that you found some benefit from this. And yeah, please like the video, comment below if something in this resonated or you have a specific experience to share about your awakening journey and like stepping into these new paradigms and trusting in the unknown and the adventure of following what feels good, following your joy, right? It's literally the most productive thing you can do is to just feel joy. You don't even have to, it's not about action. It's really just about your state of being, right? Remember that, okay? Okay, sweet. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.